Just in this first phrase, Brecker gives us so much information. And takes minor into a completely new level in this phrase. Michael Brecker on Softly as in the Morning Sunrise. It's amazing how much Michael Brecker gets out of just a D minor 7 chord. In the first part of his solo he plays this. Altered dominant to that D minor major. A really great sound on that D minor is the major 7. The C sharp is coming from the A7, the dominant, to the D minor. A very strong leading tone, the leading tone to D. And that C sharp in the D minor arpeggio gives us a spaced out sound and a really nice leading tone to the chord itself. Get used to play this major 7 in the D minor chord by making a lot of licks with it. I would also really recommend you to play the D melodic minor scale. Practice this thoroughly. And remember to add the chords in the scale. You get that D minor major chord in the first step. The A7 altered pickup, you can actually get out the D minor Aeolian scale, holding all these pickup notes, but that has less to do with the A7 chord. But Brecker is obviously playing A7 dominant chord, not Aeolian. And the extensions are these. The C is the flat 10, the B flat is the flat 9, and that F is the flat 13. Adding the harmonic minor scale to that A7 will help you a great deal getting the B flat, the flat 9, and getting the F, the flat 13. We still miss that flat 10. If we borrow this from the Aeolian scale, the flat 10, we get this funny 8-note scale. Kind of A7 altered dominant scale, which gives you the opportunity to play these kinds of licks. And they sound really hip, I must say. In the Patreon lesson manual, I have of course put all these licks and all these exercises to get you going on these super hip Michael Brecker licks. Brecker taking this minor to the super extremes is very clear in this passage. Starting out normally on D minor, and then going into this B flat minor pentatonic scale. The B flat minor is the second degree of the tritone substituted dominant to the A7, the E flat 7. B flat minor, the E flat 7 are the tritone substituted 2-5. He's using the pentatonic scale, the B flat minor pentatonic scale on that B flat minor chord. That's how he's expressing that dominant towards the D minor by playing B flat minor pentatonic. And then he's going into these two triads, the B triad and the C sharp triad. A good guess where these two triads are coming from is a diminished scale, but a little bit altered, using a C sharp instead of a C. I'm having the B major triad and I'm having the C sharp triad in there. Tell me in the comments below if you want me to go into the diminished scale in a later video. Start training how you get the C sharp triad into D minor and the B major triad into D minor. It sounds really hip, these two chords going into D minor. And of course you should practice these two triads as a triad pair, just running up all those triads, like this. Again, start checking out how these triads resolve into the D minor chord. You can add all kinds of patterns in here. When you've got these skills down, the pentatonic scales and those two triads, start making licks at the D minor chord, at that B flat minor pentatonic, at those two triads. Here I move rather systematically through this approach. And in this lick it's a little bit more mixed up. The most important thing is when you have trained these approaches, start making music with it. Start adding this to your music immediately as soon as you can. Either the different minor chords, or the 8-tone scales, or the triad, or the pentatonic scales, or mix it all together in one. Get a great start on practicing these Michael Brecker approaches. Get the lesson manual on the Patreon right away. I've of course added a lot more material, much more exercises in these triads, the pentatonic scales, the 8-tone scales, so you can get a good practice and a good start on this Michael Brecker stuff. I also recommend you to check out these two videos on much more Michael Brecker approaches. Play music, have fun.